Today I will talk about the greatest man in Calradia. Romulus. Wait, no, not that one. This one. Romulus. I will tell you his story of how he became the most powerful man in Calradia. When he was a kid, he was in a family of merchants. When he grew up, he became a craftsman's apprentice, but he messed up and he got fired, so he had to hunt game. He was really bored with his life and he wanted to go adventure, so he went to the kingdom of Vegas and was met by a bandit. But he swiftly defeated him, and he was taken under shelter by a merchant. The merchant told him that his brother was captured by bandits and he needed help. So Romulus agreed, but the man said he needed at least 5 men. So he recruited men in the village of Ayaik and the village of Tabandra. After that, he sold his furs from past game, and he found the robbers. But he overestimated his actual skills with the bow, and he barely did anything. And he also underestimated the power of rocks, and he almost died that day. But he won the battle. After that, he said he would spare the robber's life if he told him where the brother was, and he went to attack. But then he realized that he couldn't attack now, and he rested in Ravaden. After he was healthy, he went to attack, but he lost. Again, underestimating the power of rocks. So he had to rest again. But then after he was ready, he attacked, and he won that battle. He even managed to take a man down with his bow. He then saved the brother, and he got all of their stuff, and he sold it all. After that, he went into the arena, and he actually did good until he was ganged up on. Like I said before. Then he met a lord that said he needed someone to kill an outlaw that murdered one of his men. So he tried to find him, but no avail. And he wasn't going to spend a whole day sitting just thinking where the robber could be. So he gave up. After that, he went down south, but he was attacked by the Vikings. They were powerful, but he had the numbers on his side, and eventually he won a Pyrrhic victory at the cost of his own men. The death of his friends weren't in vain, for and he knew that this was his chance to become, this was his first step to become the most powerful man in Calradia. But then he met more Vikings and he almost won. He managed to take down many Vikings. He was going to win. He was about to win. He was doing so well. He just needed to persevere on and on. And he almost did it. He thought he was gonna win. But then fate said otherwise, and he was swiftly defeated. Is it over for him? No, but unfortunately, he was captured and he was taken prisoner. But then he escaped to Slush Castle. He then met a lord who said that his son was trapped in a castle. He said he would try to help the lord's son. He tried to break him out, but the guards were too many, and he was swiftly defeated at the hands of them. He went to court and he was sentenced to a day in the prison castle. But then he escaped and he realized the city of the Vakers sucked. So he went to Sargo, the capital of Sargoth, the capital of the Nords. Then Lord needed him to tax. If you play Mountain Blade in Warband, you know what I'm doing. I partied all the day, for days, and in my bountiful cash, it was a glorious day. After that, I bought the greatest armor ever seen in his eyes. He had never seen anything like it. He was in love, and he paid with his pools of cash. So then he went to up north to Swadia, to try and train his men, but it didn't work. Then some Robin Hood clones tried to attack him. He tried to make a shield wall, but then he realized that most of his men didn't even have shields. But he still won, just like the champion he was, at the cost of the many lives of his men. And this was his best kill, right into the chest. He won. After that, he and his men got to rest, and the Lord Count Clargus asked him to join the kingdom of Swadia. He knew he would be accepted into the kingdom, for he had the best, most amazing looking armor. Truly this was the second step into him becoming the greatest man to ever set foot onto the soil of Calradia. And that is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching, and the next episode will come.